Welcome, I'm Void Dude, and this is Ralph. Ralph has a PhD in hyper-quantum physics, interstellar microbiology, and intergalactic political science. Ralph was awarded the UEE Nobel Space Prize for curing every space disease in the known universe, and merely days later negotiated a peace treaty between the United Empire of Earth and their sworn enemies, the Vanduul, after he killed the Hive Queen with his bare hands. One might call Ralph a once-in-a-million-years paragon of our time, but Ralph still can't figure out how to use the Starmap. Don't worry though, that's why I'm here. Let's begin! From the pilot seat of your ship, hit F2 to open up your Starmap, which in universe is called the Skyline Mobiglass app. Note that you cannot set routes when on foot. Now let's go over the basic controls so you can minimize your frustration when trying to get from A to B in Star Citizen. Hold left click and move your mouse up and down to alter your pitch. Also, while holding left click, move your mouse left and right to adjust your rotation. Hold right click and move your mouse around to pan your view around the system. Scroll your mouse wheel in and out to do a stepped zoom in and zoom out. Alternatively, hold your middle mouse button in and move your mouse up and down to do a smoother zoom in and zoom out. Double left click on an object to auto zoom and center it. Then using the mouse controls we've just mentioned, you can now orbit and zoom around the object you've selected. This is important because if you just arbitrarily zoom toward a location without double-clicking it or keeping your cursor steady on the UI element as you zoom, such as Crusader over here, the culling distance will kick in for some unknown reason and clip the map elements out of your view before you can see or interact with anything. This is a key point of frustration for many players, new and old, regarding the current implementation of the star map. So, the number one most important thing to remember when using the star map in Star Citizen is to double-click the location you want to expand into to see the rest of its sub-locations and points of interest for navigation. If you do not, you will be fighting against the culling and clipping distance of elements on the screen at all times, and it will become a very frustrating experience very quickly. And then lastly, you can double right-click to zoom back out to the full system view. Now, on to navigation. Left-click on a location point of interest to see its distance and description in the top right, and a dotted green vector will be created between your current location and destination. Select Set Route at the top of the screen to confirm your destination. Note the dotted vector becomes a solid vector, and in the top left you can see how much quantum fuel you have versus how much is required for the trip. Hit F2 to close the star map and tap B to begin spooling your quantum drive. Then maneuver your ship to view your destination marker. Once centered or off-centered, as not all ships align correctly, allow your drive to calibrate and finish spooling. Once done, hold B to engage quantum. Now it can be more effective to queue up quantum jumps to go straight to a sublocation of a planet or location on the star map, such as a ground facility or space station. As we did earlier, double-click on the location you want to travel to, then zoom in to an adequate distance and rotate your camera around until you can get a good view of the sublocation you want to travel to, in this case Port Tresla around Microtech. Set your route and note that the navigation mode window in the top left will update with the number of jumps you will need to perform to get to your location, as well as provide some basic quantum fuel information. On your travels throughout Star Citizen, you will eventually notice markers that only become visible once you are within a particular planet's jurisdiction. They contain the letters O and M followed by a number. These are orbital markers and currently act as a way to get around a planet. Each body has 6 orbital markers, and you can sort of imagine them as the endpoints of a standard X, Y, and Z axis. And that's it for basic navigation in Star Citizen. Now for some pointers and troubleshooting issues you may encounter while using the star map and navigation in general. First, a quick overview of all the markers you'll encounter. This image is available in the description below for you to download. I will keep it up to date as best I can as Star Citizen continues development. When doing a mission, your destination will be represented as a diamond with a label containing mission-related text like a target name or the objective. This can cause a lot of clutter, so use your zooming, panning, and rotating controls to try and make sense of it all. Sometimes, when attempting to set your route to a location, it just will not work, and you cannot engage quantum to your desired destination. If this happens, then clear your route, close and open the star map, and try again. If this continues to fail, then just quantum to the main location, like the planet itself and not the sublocation. Once you enter the jurisdiction of the location by getting close enough, drop out of quantum. You can always drop out of quantum by holding B and then open the star map, zoom into the area and select your actual desired sublocation once again, and it should work this time around. Hopefully, maybe. After setting a new route and you are about to engage quantum and you find yourself struggling to find the destination marker, try looking at your ship's radar to quickly help you align by aiming the vector to point in a forward-facing direction. The locations on the star map with the letters and a number like CRU-L5 are Lagrange points. In real-world astronomy, these are points of equilibrium for small mass objects under the influence of two massive orbiting bodies. Basically a stable location for something to exist within a fixed orbit in a solar system that will require minimal fuel to maintain its position over time, such as the recently launched James Webb Telescope. In Star Citizen, however, at least for the Stanton system, these are locations for space stations. If you select one on the star map, you are actually selecting the Lagrange point itself and not the space station, which is a second quantum jump away. So to save yourself some time, remember to select the station itself. When planetside, you cannot engage quantum and need to leave the atmosphere before you can calibrate and spool your drive. Orbital markers can be obstructed, however surface locations will initiate a spline jump, curving your trajectory around the planet to reach your destination. If you cannot see the sublocations around a primary location, such as the surface facilities on a moon or planet, you may have accidentally deselected the planet. Simply click on it again to bring back the surface location markers and labels. And finally, if you're a like me and use cruise control a lot, remember to turn it off before or while you are in quantum. I sometimes take a break when I know a jump will take a couple of minutes, only to return to a destroyed ship because cruise control was left on. And I think that covers a good amount of the Star Citizen Starmap and quantum navigation. Let me know if there are some handy tips or tricks that you've picked up during your travels around Stanton so far that I didn't mention in this guide, and I'll be sure to add it in the next video sometime in the future. Now, the star map gets a terrible rap within the Star Citizen community, and rightly so. It is quite cumbersome and difficult to use, especially for new players, and in my opinion remains a barrier to entry to the game for many potential players. Hopefully this video guide helps someone out there who is having a bad time with it. But let's remember that this is the first so-called Tier 0 implementation of the star map, and has remained largely unchanged since its initial inception into the game. But I'm hopeful that towards the end of this year, we will see the overhaul this feature so desperately needs. It's July and Star Citizen is celebrating the Foundation Festival. The in-game lore tells us that the Foundation Festival is a month-long civic program that endeavors to strengthen community spirit by encouraging citizens and civilians to volunteer with local and imperial organizations. During this time, the hope is that people will lift each other up so the community as a whole gets stronger. So what does that mean for us actual players? Well, currently there is a free fly event happening in Star Citizen, so anyone and everyone can try this ludicrous space game for free until July 15th and get access to 6 awesome ships for the duration of the event. These being the Avenger Titan, the Crusader Mercury Star Runner, the Anvil Arrow, the Drake Cutlass Black, the Misk Prospector, and the Drake Dragonfly Black. And in conjunction with the free fly, CIG have created a competition using their official guide system, which Star Citizen has been offering for quite a while now, where new players can request the assistance of an actual human being to guide them through various aspects of the game. So up until July 25th, anyone who acts as a guide stands a chance to win some in-game beanies and a cap branded with the Foundation Festival logo, as well as ships and ship skins. So check that out if you're interested. There is also a new referral bonus. If you successfully recruit a friend into Star Citizen and they make a pledge using your referral code, both you and your friend will receive a Drake Dragonfly Black. If you're thinking of pledging to become a citizen, however, you can use my referral code on screen now. Or if you want to be a true friend of the community, use the referral code randomizer, link on screen now and in the description, so that some lucky citizen somewhere will benefit from your pledge as well. I've been ramping up the amount of guides on the Voidyvid's channel in preparation for this very Foundation Festival and the free fly that just recently started. I know that not everyone wants to engage with a real human being while they're trying to learn a new game, and YouTube videos serve their needs just fine. So check out the guides playlist and let me know if you want to see a video guide on a particular topic of Star Citizen. The Voidyvid's team of content creation monkeys will get on it as soon as possible. Just kidding, there is no team, it's just me. And finally, if you enjoy my content, please do leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. I have lots of cool stuff planned for the rest of the year, and I'm excited to bring it to you as soon as possible. I've been Voidude, and I'll see you around the verse. Cheers.